This is Jam.
Hello and welcome to another fine edition of the DJsounds Show. Now, I can't really call you, well, I'd like to call you young gentlemen, but last time you came on the show 4 years ago, back in our first year, everything was a bit, well, it was a bit,
I was 14.
A bit homemade, but how are you doing, Jaymo and Andy George?
Very well, yeah, really good, man. We are, it's a Friday. We've persuaded you to let us drink beer on the show, which apparently is not the done thing. It's good. It's nice vibes today. Sunny London town.
You're just recovering from my insult, thinking, I'm not that old, am I? Like,
I was hoping you weren't going to mention the actual age, actually. That's obviously on
well,
21.
we haven't yet.
21. So depends on who's interviewing me, to be honest.
Exactly. So, busy time for you. All the compilations, everything Moda. It's been great, hasn't it, the last
Yeah, it's been a bit of a...
Andy especially busy, as we just witnessed him have a massive to-do on the phone there. So yeah, you're all right now.
Yeah, I had to hand out some serious vibes. But it's been a whirlwind the past couple of years, so it's good. Obviously, the next album, Volume 3, the kind of, I guess it's the kind of pinnacle Moda Black kind of series. Yeah.
It's the Super Bowl of Moda Black. It's like the big annual event that I suppose that everything else kind of slots around.
Half-time's not quite as good, not as much boob, but sometimes boob actually. It's been wicked and lots of cool things going on in Moda Black, and we've just got back from snowbombing. So yeah, it's just good, busy.
Yeah, and you had Little Black Book that you obviously did with Daly last summer, and you just keep
Hot
on
since
coming.
82. Come on, everyone knows
sorry,
who he is.
with Hot.
So, Mr. 82. We know how old he is, so we can figure that one out.
But I mean, really innovative stuff, because you're not just running a club night, are you? You've got the compilations, and then you're doing these interesting projects with people like Hot Since 82.
Yeah, well, I mean, we it's been an ongoing relationship with Daily Hot Since, because we've known him for years, like way back. So he's been DJing for a long time, but then obviously there has a real resurgence the past 2 or 3 years, and kind of totally found his sound with Hot Since 82.
He did the first release on Moda Black, actually, so there was that. It was always sort of
really nice.
First
it was
ever
like a
release.
nice art.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Little Black Book was kind of a thing that we came up with, and thought he was in a perfect position to debut it. So that's cool. We're gonna do another one of those after the summer, but it's kind of all focus on Moda Black Volume 3, which comes out beginning of June, like June
Excellent.
2nd.
And vinyl, any funky packaging this time?
Always funky packaging generally. Actually, we've kind of made the decision to not do funky packaging from now on. We kind of gone back and kind of
well, we know it's like when you buy records, I mean, probably everyone, this is an obvious thing, but when you buy records now, more so probably than 10, 15 years ago, is really when they're more minimal, the more they look like they're limited edition and not many, you kind of go in on those, and the ones that are like over branded, you kind of just think, oh well, there's probably like 2,000 copies of those flying around. I want the 300 copy product. So we're actually stripping the vinyl product back a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But it is nice when the artwork's like, there's lots of framed vinyls in our house that look great, nice. but actually I think Jay's right. I think it's actually cooler to kind of do something a little bit more understated when it comes to wax.
We can get them out quicker as well, because obviously the vinyl turnaround can be a bit of a nightmare.
Now we feel honoured because you don't do many mixes, and we've got both of you in the studio. It's been 4 years.
That's not 4 years of trying to get us in the studio.
You probably know the DJM-900 a bit better than the DJM-2000, which was shoved in front of you.
So the last time we did it was, they were like, oh, we're doing this, there's this new mixer. No one's really used it yet. We're like, wicked. Let's do a video DJ set with a mixer you've never used.
An exploratory walk around.
It was literally, we were testing it. So that was and that was a little bit odd, but we totally, to be fair, actually, funnily enough, we actually use the 2000 way more than the 900 now. A 2000's our mixer, really. That's what we like preferentially.
Yeah, we try to, but obviously since then we've become more kind of like ingrained with what you guys do, and obviously we see each other a lot more in terms of like testing out bits and pieces. So it's kind of, we're a bit more familiar than we used to be.
Excellent. So all record boxed up. You've both got all your tracks ready. I think you need to walk around there.
Should we do
and just
that?
lay it down.
Let's do the walk of shame.
Yeah.
So this is Dan Tait here on the DJsounds Show with Jaymo and Andy George in the mix.
We created something from nothing with hip-hop. That's what the whole spirit of hip-hop is.
Jaymo and Andy George here in the studio. Pioneer DJ Sounds, turning their week into a weekend. Yes, it is Friday afternoon. Good work, boys.
That you let out, your expression of the feeling. It was like radio shock.
forget you're checking out Jaymo and Andy George here on the DJ Sound Show. Woo!
You
yes, yes, yes. To quote a well-known phrase after a DJ set. Wow. Jaymo Andy George, get around here. I want to have a word. I want to have a word.
I'd just like to point out, I thought we were just going to edit the end there as I filtered it out and we'd like come back in.
It's all good.
I didn't realise this was
good.
going to happen straight after.
No, but you could tease and sort of, wait for the applause.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, I thought
I pulled the seat in.
Yeah, that was very nice, very comfortable.
It's question time.
Amazing mix, guys. Lots of fresh material in there. A lot from the label, a lot of upcoming releases.
Yeah, we kind of we've littered it with. It's kind of a little bit self-indulgent when you just play entire upcoming catalogue of releases.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I mean, the great thing about right now is that we're just playing lots of music that we've signed. So it's really great to be able to put out the records that we are actually kind of playing constantly in clubs. It's not like it's different. So yeah, there was loads of stuff. There's new stuff from. The first tracks that we played is out now on Futurists, which is a double vinyl project, which is coming pretty soon.
That was their like kind of low, sort of swaggery. Sorry, I'm not near the microphone. Yeah, like the kind of slower track with the kind of filtery kind of French feel at the start, which has always been a bit of a thing for us.
So what is Futurists?
It's like the Moda Black Academy.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Oh right.
It's kind of it's sort of kind of like an entrance, kind of like the first part of the Moda Black journey, I guess.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, because we got in a position where Moda Black was doing like reasonably well, it's quite. You could just keep putting out artists that are quite big or developing your own artists. But we thought it'd be quite cool to sort of shine a bit of light on towards people. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a Sidney Charles track on there. We were talking to him a while ago about getting that on there. Obviously, he's blown up, so we're not going to try and pretend that's happened.
But there's lots of other tracks that we just kind of stumbled upon SoundCloud and stuff like that, and we just thought it would be a good way to kind of put a load of artists that we were really into together and tracks that we were playing out. I mean, we signed most of the stuff kind of back in summer, so it was stuff we were playing. In Ibiza and things like that, and then we were like,
and now it's just surfacing.
Yeah, well, it's only it just takes that long to get everything together.
Oh yeah, but it's programmed. I mean, to be honest, this is a great time of year to put out music anyway, because the winter months they're okay, but it's that kind of
it's spring, isn't it?
Spring,
it's like pre-summer.
Miami and now now
so we're excited about that. So there was lots of stuff from that in the mix. A new track from a new Alexis Raphael EP, which is coming out. It's out on vinyl now actually, and it's coming out digital in a few months. A couple of things from Moda Black Volume 3, a new Sidney Charles EP on Moda Black. So there's lots of really exciting things at the moment.
Nice. And you didn't mess about with the mix, did you? I mean, it's quite funny because viewers, this has just come out, or we're recording this show just after that infamous video of Steve Aoki, Laidback Luke, and someone else were playing, and they had call-outs over who was doing what on the mixer. But you guys, you get properly involved, don't you? And you've prepared for this, and
we do. I do. If I haven't got enough going on, I will just. I want to press buttons. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like one of those things.
You end up like putting a lot of delay on everything, and it's just pointless. So I guess it's. I mean, to be honest,
because you did something special for this mix.
We don't do lots of mixes. So I mean, lots of this was kind of different parts of our live of DJing that you kind of when you're just kind of playing around when you're playing out, or even just at home or in the studio or whatever, then we've kind of brought it all together for the mix. But as we don't do a lot, it's kind of nice to just make a little moment.
Well, because thanks to you guys, we use the RMX now in our club sets. We started taking that everywhere with us the past month or so. But because when there's two of you playing as well, and you kind of think, right, what, as well as it's you don't want to be like the mashup DJ that's playing something new every 30 seconds or playing loads of like things over the top of each other, and it gets like sonically a mess. So we thought, so we sort of just started recently, just sort of making little tools for the tracks that we liked before, so we know. We play that track out. Maybe it'd be quite cool if we just do a little thing.
So you can also layer things.
Yeah, there's nice bridges generally. So like you add something. That's bridges. doing lots of stuff,
Nice
weird stuff with
bridges.
our hands.
They're very nice.
But yeah, it's kind of nice to create sounds and
when you're
bridges 2 tracks.
Yeah, when you're dancing, and I think that it's really unexpected if you've got a sound that's constantly going through and your head is focusing on that sound, and then the groove completely changes.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, but then it changes. So kind of like you don't actually know it happens, but it does. So
We'd like to push it further, like make
Yeah.
more, slowly use like the RMX and other things into making things. I mean, it was really basic level at the moment, but push it more into sort of like almost like playing live. I mean, a lot of live sets are clip based, so essentially you can redo that.
But you've got a bit more push-pull. It's a bit more tactile,
a bit more human,
yeah.
perhaps, which is quite nice, isn't it? Like no one likes anything to be too rigid in DJ sets. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the DJs that sort of we grew up listening to, you know, like Sneak and YNC Project. Do you know those guys?
Yeah.
That was in Leicester. That we used to watch them playing like on 4 decks, and so
I remember
there's a little bit of nostalgia in there as well, probably.
We're not going to start putting 4 decks and effects
effects,
set
yeah.
in brackets
In
after our
effects.
names. It's kind of like if you're not doing that now, it's like what are you doing if you're a DJ?
Yeah, it's that fine line between being creatively satisfied with what you're doing and not pushing it so far that everything's just like a big sonic mess, because that can happen.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Exactly. Why were we talking about that? Okay, that's not appropriate for the show, is it?
So excellent. Now, how can people check your stuff out? Come on, give me handles.
Facebook.com/Jaymo and Andy George. It's all the same, really. And that's it, really. Twitter, it's Jaymo and it's Andy George.
This is Moda.com. We've got a new website, just went up recently, and that's got all our Moda Black podcasts on for like the last year and a half. So there's loads of really cool mixes on there and new people. It's sort of a mix between like established acts and like cool new guys, really.
And then we've got obviously Volume 3 that comes out on the 2nd of June, which is, as we were speaking about before the mix, kind of a special moment in the year. It's mixed by us, curated by us. So that's going to be cool. I think we're super happy with how it's gone. There's tracks from Groove Armada, Darius Sarosian, Alexis, Sydney. So it's kind of like a bit of a family vibe. So we're feeling really happy about that. And lots of other Moda Black events, Volume 3 tour, which is probably best to go to the website. But also a thing we're really excited about is a day party that we're putting on back from where we're from with Seth Troxler.
A coming home party.
Yeah, it kind of is a bit. I mean, it's a day thing.
It.
It's like us, Seth Troxler, Hudson 32, Route 94, Marabou State, bunch of friends really that we kind of were like, right, let's do this. 12 hours of
power.
Yeah,
but it's in the
Nice.
day, so it's kind of a little bit different to the normal parties we do. I think we've probably plugged pretty much everything that's happened at the
I just
moment.
did that. I did the rounds there.
Wonderful. Well, I'm going to get a little bit prickly later. We're going to go into the lab where I'm going to see what it's like running a label, the nuts and bolts in 2014, playing as a duo. We're going to deconstruct in our sister show on Pioneer DJ Radio, The Lab. So I'm going to let you guys finish your beers and then we're going to get stuck in.
Great. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
No, it's my pleasure. I'm glad we finally did. 4 years late, but we're here.
Excellent. This is Dan Tait here on the Pioneer DJ Sound Show. Many thanks to Jaymo and Andy George for that mix. See you next time. Goodbye.